What's good, everybody? Time for a DL short. Um, just kind of checking out the news feeds, bro. And this is about a week old or so. I think this story is not a brand new story, but it's out there. The FBI, along with some other federal entities, raided the home of the mayor of Oakland. Man, y'all got to see this. I don't know if you checked this out or not, but this is from a local affiliate. Man, look at what's going on, y'all. Check this out. Give me 1 second, guys. I had technical difficulty on my end. Y'all know I've been sitting back, not really working on this. I've been doing some other things, so my producing skills begun to atrophy. So I'm gonna have to get back on it. So now let's try it. Check this out.
And we start with that breaking news happening right now in Oakland. The FBI has raided a home associated with Oakland Mayor Sheng Tao. Within the last hour, agents left carrying boxes. You see them right there out of the home. And sources are now telling ABC 7 News this may be a part of a larger raid involving several other locations across the city of Oakland. Thanks for joining us on this busy news day. I'm Julian Glover.
And I'm Kristen Z. The home associated with Mayor Sheng Tao is on Maiden Lane in Oakland, just off of Highway 13. And that's the Mormon temple, or near it. And that's where ABC 7 News reporter Lena Howland is. She was one of the first reporters there this morning.
Lena, we know you've been working the story throughout the morning. What have you been hearing so far about the purpose of this FBI raid?
You don't see him there, right?
Well, Julian and Kristen, I'm standing outside of the home of Oakland Mayor Sheng Tao. That's according to property records and also neighbors. Now, only about 1 hour ago, we saw FBI officials leaving the scene with a number of items. Now, take a look at this video taken less than 1 hour ago, shortly after 10 o'clock this morning. We saw several FBI officers leaving Tao's home carrying out boxes, plastic tubs, and trash bags. They quickly got into 4 unmarked cars and left the scene in less than 3 minutes. Sources tell ABC News the case involves the FBI, IRS, and Postal Service. The National Latino Police Officers Association president is staying in the house next door while she's.
So right off the rip, guys, Shang Tao, I guess that's her name. I think she's of Vietnamese descent. Is the mayor of Oakland, the city of Oakland, and out there in Cali, and she's having all kind of political issues. But this right here, insane. The FBI and other federal entities hit your house, and when they raid all the spots at the same time. So she's under investigation. There's all kind of paperwork. Judges are involved, and you're going after the mayor of a major city in the United States of America, right? All this talk about the American judicial system doesn't work. I don't know what they're talking, bro. I have no idea what they mean by that, right? Because the system works the way it's always works. Now, what's going to happen? How is this going to play out? Who knows, right? They're gathering up information to bolster whatever case they're working on. And guess what? People are going to talk. It is what it is. Is this mayor going to be facing jail time or whatever? That remains to be seen. More than likely, the fact that they went in and out so fast, what they were looking for was probably left out for them. Maybe they were in communication with the mayor's office, say, hey, we got to come to the house, work with us, and we'll make this as easy as possible, kind of thing. I'm pretty sure stuff like that was going on. But at the end of the day, you got a mayor of a major city under a serious investigation from the federal government, man. And who knows what they're looking into. That's the case. I'm gonna have to do some more reading, do some more research. Like it's just crazy. Like it's these politicians, bro. I don't know why they believe they can't be touched. I don't understand what's going on with these politicians today. If you get into public office, best believe law enforcement can look at you. Even if you cool with the police chief and you cool with the sheriff, you cool with the prosecutors and all that, the feds don't know you. And trust and believe, if you doing something, your friends are going to be like, hey, stay away from me because I don't want to be investigated because you doing something stupid. But these politicians, I don't know what they're thinking. Right? When it comes to the law, it's very binary. And if there's a case there and the prosecution or the district attorney or the federal attorney believes that there's a case there and they can win, especially the feds, if they taking a case, that means they can win, you got a problem, right? So this is the very beginning of a case in Oakland. They're going to do their investigation. People going to start snitching. There's going to be some, people going to jail. It's just a matter of who. Like, who do they want and who's willing to talk, and they have the information that the prosecution needs to seal this case and win this case. And whatever's going on, do I think it's going to go to trial? I don't know, because I have no idea what they're doing, but I know people are going to talk. So that's in California, and that's the beginning of a federal case in California, again, with multiple agencies. Something happened here a couple of days ago in Illinois, in Chicago, right? In Chicago. So let me pull up the next video we have. Now, Illinois has long been known for dirty politics, dirty politicians. I mean, that's the state in which the governor had to do a bid. He got locked up for doing all kind of illegal stuff. It was Rod Blagojevich. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was Donald Trump's administration, Donald Trump, that pardoned him. So he's out now, but he did time. He was in there for some years. Chicago is like crazy. So there's a story out of Chicago where one of their longtime aldermen, is what they call them. I guess that's like city council or whatever. Alderman is the term they use. Big time political heavy hitter. Well, he got in trouble for something. He got investigated. He took it to trial and he was found guilty. And he's looking at jail time. So let's check out this story real quick.
2 years in prison. That is the sentence handed out today to former powerful Chicago Alderman Ed Burke.
And it caps a stunning downfall for a man once considered the dean of city council. Paris Schutz was at federal court today for the sentence hearing.
Ed Burke, who was for decades the most powerful council member in Chicago, now has 90 days of freedom before he is slated to report to federal prison on September 23rd for his conviction on 13 counts of corruption. The formerly loquacious Finance Committee chairman was a man of few words today as he left the federal courthouse building with his wife, former Illinois Supreme Court Chief Justice Ann Burke. Burke was similarly brief in his comments before federal judge Virginia Kendall, taking some responsibility for his conviction, but stopping short of admitting guilt. Quote, "The blame for this is mine and mine alone. I regret the pain and sorrow that I have caused my family and friends, and I would ask your honor to have compassion and mercy." After more than
this man, obviously older, I think he's in his 80s, married to a former high court judge, ingrained in politics at the highest level in Illinois. Y'all know he's rubbing elbows with the guys at the federal level. Caught a federal case and lost the federal case, right? And he's being sentenced and he's looking at time. He's looking at time. Think about that, y'all. If anybody's going to be able to beat a case, it's going to be someone at this dude's level who's been in the game for as long as he's been in the game. Just think about his network and his wife's network. She was a high court judge. Think about that, y'all.
5 hours of defense and prosecution arguments, Judge Kendall said his crimes were serious. Quote, "What happens when a public official acts in favor of himself rather than the public?" the judge asked from the bench. "That's when citizens lose faith in their public officials, in the belief that those elected officials will represent them." But Kendall clearly did show mercy, offering a sentence that fell far short of the guideline range of between 6.5 and 8 years. Kendall said she had never seen the sheer volume of letters in support of Burke and the good deeds that he'd done. And she noted Burke's advanced age, 80 years old, with recent health struggles.
This was a lighter sentence.
So he got a light sentence, but he did get convicted. The judge gave him 2 years. And who knows? I mean, he's not going to get any credited time because I doubt if he spent any time during this process locked up. He got a ton of letters from very powerful people, probably all over the country, saying he's a good guy, all over Chicago, all over Illinois, at the Fed level. He's a good guy. He made a mistake. Please show some leniency, because he could have done up to 10 years. He was looking at 6.5 years. Right? The legal system works the way it has always worked, ladies and gentlemen. These two people, this guy out of Chicago and that mayor out of Oakland, both Democrats, both active in the party. So when y'all looking at someone like Donald Trump and his legal problems, and he loses a case like he did in New York, some simple case like that. I mean, I still don't understand how his legal team let him get to that point where he's in trial and he lost that case. That's on Trump. That's what he get. That's on him. There's no way that should have went to trial, but it did. He had his day in court. He lost. Just like that guy in Chicago had his day in court. He lost. He's looking at 2 years. He's got convicted, got the conviction, got the sentence, 2 years. And that lady out there in Oakland, we don't know how that investigation is going to go, but trust and believe. If she's tied up in this, if she's on that pyramid with all the people up there and she's at the top of the pyramid and she did enough, she's going to have to do some time. Even if she tells on the people above her, she's still going to have to do some time. That's how it works. We got a lot of dirty politicians out here, y'all, period. I don't know what they are thinking. They get in there and they lose their mind. But the justice system works. It's not being weaponized by Republicans against the Democrats or the Democrats against the Republicans, right? We just showed you 2 Democrats, heavy hitters. One of them got sentenced and he's in his 80s, and the other one, she's in trouble. We didn't even talk about Bob Menendez. That dude is toast. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He's a senator. Y'all need to look it up. That guy is toast. So I'm just letting y'all know, man, there's nothing wrong with the system. Yeah, the system is corrupt. Yeah, the system is broken. There's definitely, if you got money and you a 1%er, it ain't the same as if you don't have money and you facing some stuff or whatever, but it still works the way it's always worked. At least that's my take on it, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Put it in the description. I'm sorry, in the comments below. This is crazy, man. I don't know what the hell is wrong with our politicians, man. They done bump their head thinking they can just break the law and get away with it. Ain't nobody Teflon. Ain't nobody Teflon. You know what I mean? So that's all I got for now, man. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. I'm DL Saint. Peace.